Alright, Section D, condition approval of the project application of the project amendments or the termination of a project. Project application amendment to proceed with the Federal State Programs Grant Book Administration, Florida Department of Education, 2015. Condition approval of the project application of the project amendment with the termination of the project. Department may impose special condition on project recipient approval of the project application for the project amendment, the implementation of existing project, the auditing of the monitoring, the pre-award review finding with include without limit the risk assessment with the demonstration of the agency substantial with the non-compliance with either the following program official requirement of the state and federal fund project with the state statute of the rules pertaining to educational program serve with special conditions and any restriction may include but not limited to impose the more restrictive condition of the proper recipient project operation and impose the more recipient reporting requirement of approval of the project application for the project amendment, making agency ineligible to receive the discretionary funds early termination existing project information for the department may assist with the review of the determination can include organizational structure of the government managerial financial capacity key program personnel financial reference including banking investment pension plan administrative of the past federal state awarded experience with include whether the agency has disallowance awards designated high risk and had any award suspension termination current awards federal pending lawsuits federal employee identification numbers DUNS and cage code. Reportment of the can also report request numerous documents for review, include but not limited to proof of the organization status by law, financial policy procedure, including accounting the cost policy, the purchasing procedure, the property management procedure, the balance sheet, and the certifications. For federal programs granting grant programs held CF2 CFR 200-207 and authorize the department to impose a special grant sub-grant with the conditions recipient determined high risk for state grant program section 1001-1061 Florida statute otherwise commissioner of the education prepare with the state board of education approval of the forms procedure that necessary to be used with the district school board with all their educational agency for the uniform accuracy for the efficiency for the keeping and record of the execution contract preparation of the budget submission of the reports more restrictive requirements procedure for the impose of the agency the result of the official with the problematic non-compliance finding of the department auditing and monitoring activity findings based on audits conducted by Auditor General State of Florida Federal Audit with the term of the certified public account authorized agency for the Department of Financial Services to confirm with the term of the condition of the previous award with the history of unsatisfactory performance or rare responsible action fair to pay invoice for the time report disbursement of the department required for the project amendment fair to comply project performance measure of the deliverables required in project or project amendment failure to comply with administrative responsibility requirements for the project, determine if the agency is not financially stable, determine the agency is otherwise non-responsible, determine if the agency is high risk. More restrictive conditions may impose with the project include, but not limited to, with the requiring additional more detailed financial problematic information provided with the initial project application, require with additional and or more detailed information project amendment, require revisions to existing local project procedure for the development additional of the records pertaining document project activity. Submission of the more detailed reports, more frequent report of the additional documentation project performance production, finding of the future project, the restricting useful funds allocated for the special function and or opposite repayment, the fund requiring additional documentation reimbursement disbursement, changing method of disbursement form from cash advance to reimbursement with a performance additional project monitoring requiring receipt to obtain the technical management assistance, other measures that are deemed necessary to ensure the compliance with official program requirements. Such conditions may impose the either individual project agency-wide basis, depending on the scope of the severity of the non-compliance findings. Agency eligibility discretionary project application approval. The school district other agency may not receive the approval of the discretionary program fund with either the following occur with the auditing and monitoring basis of the unestablished criteria for the court proceedings. Other reviews required by the state and the rule determine the school district other agency and the substantial no compliance with the state and the federal requirements pertaining to the educational program service on the basis of the discretionary program. All follow prior project monitoring visits result of the school district other agency being placed with more restrictive conditions of the review of the necessary corrective actions have not been taken. Early termination exists of the project. With early termination, withhold of the funds may be imposed with any of the recipient federal state with the auditing, monitoring, activity review of the project. Recipient has not complied with the term of the action for the certification of the project conditions agreed to at the time. Initial project application, subsequent amendment, approval of the project may be determined official of the or project non-compliant with the termination. Department review the termination process. High risk of determination, auditing, monitoring, finding will be forwarded to the Bureau of the Chief of the Contract Grants, Procurement Management Service, who shall coordinate the following activities. Project recipient should be notified of the writing nature of the condition, restriction, reason for the imposed of the condition, restriction for the corrective action must be taken before the condition restriction will be removed. Time frame for completing with the corrective action project recipient given the opportunity to respond with a finding with a proposed special condition with a request for the reconsideration with the consistent conditions of the restrictions imposed. The recipient shall have the maximum of 15 working days to submit a response. Response will be reviewed by the team, which includes the appropriate staff of the program and the Office of the Comptroller, the Office of the Grant Management Office for the review of the recommendation action for the taken when the recipient respond with the role of the Deputy Commissioner of Financing Operation. The Deputy Commissioner of the Financing Operation, which with the recommendation read with the notice of the restrictive condition, shall be sent to the recipient, included with the notice that shall be the instructions for requesting informal hearing. If the recipient requests an informal hearing with the timeline prescribed by the notice, such of the hearing shall be conducted within 30 calendar days of the request of the basis of the result of the hearing with the recommendation shall be made with the Deputy of the Commissioner of the Financing Operation with the Commissioner of the Education. If the recommendation is approved by the Commissioner of the Commissioner order shall be forwarded to the recipient, copy of the department, copy to the Deputy of the Commissioner of the Financing Operation for the implemented as directed. Implementation of the order may include, but is not limited to the following: issuing with a revised project award notification, separately withholding cash payment depending on the correction of the deficiency, and notice of the corrective action that must be taken to remove the restrictive condition, disalignment with the cost activity action with not in compliance with additional agency registry agency including eligible to receive the approval of the discretionary program funding. Whole and partial submission, determination of current awards not in compliance with the recommendations not approved with the Commissioner written notice shall be sent with the recipient Deputy Chief of the Financing Operation. Alright, Section 8, Forms. Section H,